everyone! Welcome to Nerea-san channel. For this week's video, we have a special guest, Marika-san! We have a girl's talk. It's a topic that it's usually a taboo. Dancers and maybe women in general, we don't talk about it much.
It's kind of delicate subject.
In Nerea-san channel, we talk about it. In my previous period video, I shared some of the things that I went through with my period as a dancer, and I got so many comments of people saying like, thank you for talking about it, and like I got some questions, and maybe in this week's video we can talk about that, like some topics that I didn't quite cover. Marika-san's experience as a pro ballet dancer as well. But before we do that, I wanna share with you guys some recent Ana Luisa jewelry that I got. I'm super excited to share it with Marika-san too. Have you heard about the Ana Luisa brand?
Yeah,
Yes.
I have. I hear great stuff.
Oh really? As you guys know, I've partnered with Ana Luisa many times before. Ana Luisa is a New York-based jewelry brand. They do sustainable jewelry. That's one of the reasons why I decided to collaborate with them, because their values are so important. They really care about the impact that they have on the planet. So we are wearing beautiful jewelry and we are not harming the planet. So you wanna have a look to the pieces that I got?
Oh, that's so pretty!
Ta-da-da-da! These are super cute, right?
Yes, I love it.
Ana Luisa has very affordable prices, so you get great jewelry pieces at very affordable prices. So that's always a plus, right? Because we don't want to be spending like so much money. I got one more. We can open this up.
Ooh, nice.
You like this
chic.
too? So as you can see, all the designs are very different from each other, and this is my taste, but I'm sure that if you have like a different taste, you are able to find the earrings or the rings or the necklaces that you like on their website. I actually perform with these jewelry pieces. Like,
oh really?
yes.
No way.
Yeah, they feel quite light, like they're not heavy at all.
Yeah, that's pretty important for us because we turn and jump and do everything.
Yes. So I'm going to be leaving a discount link in the description box. You can check it out and gift yourself or buy a gift to somebody you love. I'm sure they will love the pieces. Make sure you go check the description box. Marika-san, which one do you like the most?
I like them all, honestly.
Yes?
Yeah, they're really pretty.
These ones are for you.
Oh, really?
Yes!
Yay, thank you!
Yes, of course!
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure!
Oh, thank you.
I got them for you, and then one other dancer of the company ordered these.
For
These
you.
ones
Oh,
for
thank you,
her.
Nerea.
Yes, of course!
Thank you. ありがとうございます。Yay.
Now, let's get talking about periods.
About period.
Yes. Growing up, have you talked about it?
I think it wasn't really a taboo or anything around my environment, but it is a delicate subject.
Because we were literally in rehearsal and we're like, I'm on my period.
Yeah, I know.
Period, and then another dancer was also talking about the period, so I thought like, yeah, let's share more things that we go through. In my school years, as all of you guys know, I didn't have my period, so I didn't go through that until a more mature age.
Right.
But I'm sure like many ballet students are maybe worried, or they don't really know how to handle it, especially in the ballet studio, because it's totally different being a ballet student, having to wear leotard and pink tights when you are having these days, right? So, Marika-san, what kind of advice would you give to students?
Don't panic.
Don't panic!
Don't panic.
Number one!
I understand. It's totally new thing. Your body's changing. It's very overwhelming.
I feel like sometimes we feel alone, but actually all the women in the world go through it. So don't be afraid of asking if you have to, because I feel like everybody has gone through this point in their lives. So I think we should kind of like normalize it a little bit more. I do know that, for example, at the Borsoi Ballet Academy, you could go to the doctor of the academy.
Oh, nice.
And they would give you spravka. It's like a little paper that allows you to like sit for a couple days or 3 days.
Oh, I've heard of that.
That's something that I experienced, not myself, but in the environment I was in. Physically, we change a lot, but also mentally, it's a tough period. I could see that my body was changing.
Yes.
Usually the body swells up.
Yeah, like if you bloated, it's the worst feeling. It feels like I can't dance the same way as when I'm not on my period.
Periods also make me emotional.
Yes, definitely.
You know, we can be rehearsing one day and the next day we get our period and it's like, I feel like the worst dancer in the world.
I know. Because literally that was this week for us.
About it.
Yeah, it's difficult because our emotions are like boom when we're on our period. So like it's so hard for me to like, you know, keep saying in the way. The spiral was just like crazy.
So much. And I honestly watch Marika-san dance. She's a beautiful dancer. I cannot even tell that you're on your period. So like from the outside, that's the thing. It's like a mental issue.
Yeah, that's so
like
true.
Insecurities because you know that you're going through something, but as dancers, especially when we have to perform, we cannot show it to anybody. It's not like we can get a sick day when we have a performance.
No.
So like that's,
we wish.
Yeah, that's something that I want to also talk about. Like how do we handle, since we have to handle it?
I definitely take some painkillers. Cramp. It's really bad, so I just need to take some painkillers in order to get through the show because we still have to perform. And I just like kind of suck it up. And like you get used to it. Like in the beginning, it's definitely hard. What about you?
When we perform, we dance most of it with the adrenaline. So even if like maybe you are injured, sometimes you are able to push through it because of the adrenaline rush. So sometimes that's kind of a good thing that you kind of forget about it for a second when you perform, right? So that kind of helps me, but I definitely also take some painkiller if it's hurting a lot. It's usually the first or the second day
same.
Of my period. After that it gets easier, but I also experience some lower back pain. Right? So it's like the stomach, the lower back, sometimes headache. It's also super important to drink a lot of water, drink teas. I use like tampons. I think is the best option because I've also read in your comments that there are also like menstrual cups, or I mean pads I wouldn't recommend for dancers because they are like bulky and maybe not great to dance with pads.
It's kind of like in the way.
Probably most of the dancers would agree that tampons are like the safest and like easier thing to do.
It's frustrating because you can't really control when to get it. If you're not on your birth control, you can't really decide when to have periods, so it's hard.
I actually wanted to talk about the birth control pill because honestly, I don't know much about it myself. The doctor was saying like it could help me get my period to get the pill, but then my body would maybe get bigger side effects from it. So as dancers, the last thing we want is to get like bigger. So I wanted to ask you like, what do you know about it, or like how does the pill affect the dancers?
In my experience, I had been on birth control, but that kind of birth control didn't really fit me, so I had so much side effect. I was bleeding and it was not really working, so I kind of stopped taking them. But I think I want to try again because sometimes I just can't guess when I'm getting period, and it is very frustrating since we have shows and rehearsals and I have to be able to feel ready. You get your period every 21 days or something.
It's way more specific.
It's very specific, if you take it.
Because for me, I get my period super regular, like every month.
That's good.
But this month it came 2 days before, which is not huge, but yeah, I know like some dancers, you know, struggle with eating disorders as well. And I also wanted to cover this topic because I was also talking with another dancer. She actually got her period quite young, and then she stopped having it for some years, and then she got it back again. And she did tell me that she struggled with some eating disorders during that time. So what you eat definitely affects your period, and also it can cause issues in the future. Like some dancers may not be able to have kids even if you don't have a regular period. Eating disorders is a super big topic, and I've been sharing a little bit here at Nerea-san channel, but I feel like, again, we have to prioritize our health, right? Of course, we want to be lean as dancers, but that doesn't mean that we have to harm ourselves, right?
We still should be healthy and strong. Ballet is hard. We have to be powerful and strong, even though we are so graceful. You know, it's a hard work.
I've also read in the comments that some say if they do yoga or Pilates or any other exercises, like sometimes the teachers would advise them not to do certain movements during their practices because of the period. I got the question like, how about in ballet? I do have to say that maybe when I'm on my first day or second day in ballet class, I might take it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Especially for jumps.
Yes.
Because besides feeling heavier, it hurts, right? But performing wise, or like if you have to run a pas de deux, you have to do your 100%.
Right. If it's just class, I think it's okay to take it easy, but rehearsal, you kind of have to do it.
Yes. And it can be a little bit awkward with partners. I'm used to with Yamakai, like he knows me, but now we dance with different partners. So how do you feel when you have to do like a pas de deux?
I usually tell them, even though it's kind of a taboo topic, especially, you know, if you're not the same gender, I try to communicate with them where I'm at so that he knows where I'm at.
Yes. If I don't know the partner very well, I just like don't share. But then I might say like I'm not feeling well today, or like my stomach is hurting, you know, like. But as Marika-san said, it's very important to communicate. If you are feeling like really bad, you also don't need to kill yourself. So again, communication is really important to your teachers, partners, friends for support, right?
Emotional support.
Yes! And to finish up this topic, do you have any maybe funny stories or like anecdotes? One dancer shared with me the other day that she was about to go on stage and she didn't realize she was on her period. Somebody had to tell her, you know, like, oh my god, you know.
Yeah. It's so sad. We were on Nutcracker tour. That was my first year with Street Ballet. And then the plane got cancelled. And then we had to stay in Denver for a night. And then it was already like midnight, so no stores were open in the airport. And then I got period. And then like it was just a disaster because nowhere was open. I think some people had tampons or pads, but it was very
stressful.
Yeah.
So that was our girl talk with Marika-san. It was a lot of fun sharing our stories. Of course. I hope this video was also helpful to you guys. Again, you're not alone during this time. We all go through it, so it's important to lean on each other and feel comfort and support. If you guys want to share your experiences in the comments, feel free to do that. Actually, in my previous video, many people shared their stories and they created like a little community where like people would comment on the comment and like help each other. So I think that's great to build like a support group in the comments. I think that's very nice. So if you guys wanna do that, feel free to do so. I would love to read your stories, your experiences, And if you have more questions, we might do another video, yes, about it. If you like this video, please 高評価お願いします。Like it! チャンネル登録お願いします。Subscribe to nereasan channel to watch more videos. Go follow Marika-san on her Instagram! Yay! Don't forget to check out my description box to get yourself or your loved one a beautiful gift from Ana Luisa Jewelry. They're gonna make you feel so elegant, so empowered, and if you're on your period and you're wearing this beautiful jewelry, you'll feel better about yourself, right?
Yes, definitely.
Because looking good, it can really change your mood if you're having a tough day. See you guys next week. Bye bye. Love you guys. Bye.